My name is Margaret. I'm 65 years old. I live in the United States, and for many years my life revolved around one number on a small screen. Every single morning, before breakfast, before coffee, before anything else, I would prick my finger and wait. Sometimes I would just stare at the meter, almost afraid to look. That little pause, those few seconds, carried so much fear. Because depending on that number, I already knew what kind of day I was going to have. If you're watching this and you live with type 2 diabetes, you understand exactly what I mean. I was diagnosed years ago. At first, I tried to stay calm. My doctor said the usual things. Watch what you eat, exercise more, take your medication. So I did. I followed the rules. I cut out foods I loved. I skipped desserts at family gatherings. I walked every day, even when I was tired. I never missed my meds, and yet my blood sugar still felt unstable. Some days I was exhausted for no clear reason. Other days my vision would get blurry, especially in the afternoon. At night, my hands and feet would tingle. I felt thirsty all the time. But the worst part wasn't the physical symptoms. It was the constant anxiety. I was always thinking about the future. What if this gets worse? What if I lose my independence? What if I can't enjoy my grandchildren the way I want to? What if I become a burden? Those thoughts followed me everywhere. I would smile at family dinners, but inside I was counting carbs, worrying about spikes, wondering if I'd pay for that meal later. Diabetes doesn't just affect your body, it lives in your mind. There was a moment that really broke me. I went in for a routine checkup. My doctor looked at my numbers, sighed, and gently mentioned long-term complications if things didn't improve. He wasn't dramatic. He didn't scare me on purpose. But when I got home, I sat on my bed and cried. I felt like I was doing everything right and still failing. That's when my grandson noticed something was wrong. He's very observant and very protective. He asked me what was going on, and I finally admitted how tired and scared I felt. He didn't say much that day, but a few days later, he came back with his laptop. He said, "Grandma, I found something. I don't want to promise anything, but I think you should read this." That's how I first learned about GlycoPezil. I'll be honest, I was skeptical. After years of trying different things, you become cautious. I had seen plenty of products make big promises and deliver nothing. But what caught my attention was how calm and straightforward the information was. It didn't talk about miracles. It didn't say I could ignore my health or do something extreme. It explained how blood sugar balance works in a simple way and how GlycoPezil was designed to support the body naturally as part of a daily routine. My grandson insisted on one thing. He told me there were fake websites and imitations online and that he had carefully found the official website. He said, "If you're going to try anything, it has to be the real one." I decided to give it a chance. I didn't change my life overnight. I didn't suddenly stop being careful. I simply added GlycoPezil to my mornings, a few drops with warm water before breakfast. That was it. The first thing I noticed wasn't a dramatic drop in numbers. It was how I felt. I had more steady energy throughout the day. I wasn't crashing in the afternoon anymore. I wasn't constantly thinking about when I needed to check my glucose again. There was a sense of balance that I hadn't felt in a long time. Over time, my readings started to feel more consistent, less unpredictable. And when you've lived with diabetes, that consistency is everything. I slept better. I felt calmer around food. Meals stopped feeling like a test I could fail. I wasn't living in constant fear of my next reading. And emotionally, something shifted. I stopped waking up anxious. I stopped letting diabetes control every decision. I felt more present with my family. I laughed more. I enjoyed moments without that background worry whispering in my head. That was the biggest change for me. GlycoPezil didn't just help me feel more balanced physically. It gave me peace of mind. It helped me feel like myself again, not just a patient managing a condition. That's why I'm sharing this story. Not because I want to tell anyone what to do, but because I know how lonely this journey can feel. I know what it's like to feel tired, frustrated, and scared of the future. If you're watching this and you feel that way, I want you to know you're not alone. GlycoPezil made a real difference in my life, and I believe it's worth learning about. I do want to say something very important before I finish. Please be careful. There are fake links and imitation products online. When it comes to your health, that's not a risk you should take. My grandson found the official website for me, and that's the only reason I felt comfortable trying it. The official website, with the current discount, is in the first comment below. Please only use the link in the pinned comment or description. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my story. From one grandmother to another, you deserve peace, balance, and the chance to enjoy your life without constant fear.